Good morning, or I guess it's afternoon, kind of. I guess it really depends where you are, but hello, and welcome back. We're coding again. We're gonna work on my app called Timekeeper, and I think we're gonna actually get it finished today, which I said that like 3 days ago, and then I instantly realized there were some bugs, but whatever. Let's just get to the code, shall we? Really, today there are two errors I need to solve, and they're both red screen errors. And this first red screen error happens when the app first boots up. It just kind of flashes a red screen, and actually a bunch of things kind of just flash really quick, and then it goes to the main screen. And I don't want that. So I'm going to make a splash screen, and the splash screen will just come up when the app is first loaded, and then it's going to try to load in some data and bring you to the main screen. So here's the basic splash screen that I made. I need to fix this design. This does not look good. Alright, this design looks much better, except the loader's a bit too small, and it's in a weird spot. Much better, dude. Splash screen looks good to me. And I thought this splash screen would solve the problem, but it did not solve the problem. So I had thought that this original red screen problem that I'm having happens when I'm loading into the app. But what I just realized is that this problem is actually happening on the main screen. So on the main screen, before the app does anything, it first goes to the database. It tries to grab in all of our categories and all of the data for the categories, and then all of our user data and task data. And once I have all the data, I display the data. Now the error that I was having was because I was grabbing all this information, and on most of the screens that I've made for this app, I made it so that the screen kind of waits until all the data is in and then it draws a screen. And I had forgotten to do that on the main screen. That's where I was having my error. More specifically, I was having the error with the category list. See, I have a list of all of my categories, and then I go through the list of categories and I sort them from the most time to the least time. But the problem was I was trying to sort a list before I even got the list. So all I did was say, hey dude, listen here, Mr. Timekeeper app, do not try to sort the categories until we actually have the categories from the database. And that was the solution to my issue. That was a tough one. Hopefully this next issue isn't a tough one, huh? The second problem is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in Flutter. And it's actually, if you watched yesterday's video, it's the same problem that I had ended with. I think I ended with it. It's the problem with registering an account. Here's what it looks like when the registering an account actually works. Go crazy. Oh, and here's what it looks like when it doesn't work. And the reason I'm showing you both of those situations is because half the time it seems like the registering works, and the other half of the time it does not work. It actually registers an account, but what I mean by this is I have an onboarding experience where once you register your account, it should bring you to a screen so you create your first 3 categories, then do a screen so you create your first task, then do a screen to explain the whole app, and then it actually throws you into the app. But like half of the time when you go to register a new account, it just brings you straight to this main screen with like a bunch of flashing shit in between. And I was really going through the code trying to figure out what was going on. There's some errors that pop up I was looking through, and I was Google searching, and I really wish I had like a solid answer to give you on how I figured this out, but I don't. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I solved the problem, but I changed a little bit of code. Like I made a function asynchronous, and then every time that I closed the app and restarted the app and then tried to register, it works. So for now, I'm leaving the issue there. I think this is solved. I know this is a kind of boring way to solve the issue, and I wish there was a more like solidified result here, but dude, I'm sick of this problem. Like I said, I worked on it like an hour yesterday. I think I was working on it for like an hour and a half today. So I'm just content with where I'm at. But now the app's done. I'm officially putting the app on my phone just to double check, triple check, quadruple check that there are no errors. If this works, I'm going to give the app to a couple people so that they can test it and let me know what I need fixed. And then after a little bit of that, I get to publish it to the App Store. Let's go, dude. And tomorrow I'm going to start working on another project since I'm done with this project. So tune in for that. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.